Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Damron. We are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the 2019 version. We are on Mission 3, Embedded, of my complete 100% achievement guide as we're making our way through this campaign. Again, you're going to want to beat it on Veteran difficulty. I have said I'll talk about some achievements I do on Recruit, and these are two of them on this mission. It's just easier to come back on Recruit in order to get the Companion Block and the Play Dead achievement in this mission, and those are the only ones we're really going to get here. So let's talk about the Companion Block first. And once you get to the point where you're following Farah and she indicates you to kind of follow the directions, you're going to be picking up a Cinder Block, and the Companion Block achievement tasks you with bringing this particular Cinder Block using only one Cinder Block and bringing it to the end of the Embedded mission. Now, there's a few things that are a little bit misleading about this achievement. I will kind of speed it up, but I do want to show you the entire walkthrough so that you can see where I put the Cinder Block down and just ensure that you're grabbing the same one as you're progressing forward. So I'll show the whole playthrough here, but a couple things are misleading. Is it says you only use one Cinder Block, but that doesn't mean you can't use other things, right? There are parts of this mission where you're going to be required to use a gun, right? Like right here, you're going to be instructed to get a muzzle for your pistol. So I just kind of dropped the Cinder Block right there behind Farah and go and get that pistol. Now you're going to have to use your pistol in this section in order to progress. So it's not that you're going to have to kill these enemies with that Cinder Block. So just keep that in mind. So for instance, this is just one of those examples. Now there are several Cinder Blocks throughout the mission that you can pick up, but it has to be the only one that you picked up in the very beginning of the mission. That's the one you need to get to the end of the level. So again, I'll keep this complete. I'll show you some places that I, put it down and exactly why I put it there and whatnot, because there are a few things misleading. Like at the very end, people will drop the Cinder Block and jump down the hole and not get the achievement. You have to have the Cinder Block in your hands and then press X with the ladder. But again, I'll mention that at the very end. So again, here's another area you need to drop it in order to take out those enemies. There is a silenced submachine gun in here. I do recommend you pick up this P90 because it's going to help you in the area where we have to plant some C4 charges on the helicopters. So anyway, once you've got past that, you're going to kind of go through a walking section. We're going to speed this up a little bit. Basically, we're just going to be following Farah here. So once we get to the helicopter section, I'll chime back in. Again, I just want to keep it complete as I have the Cinder Block in my hand, so you know exactly where I put it down and where I go when I have it.
What can we do?
Target descending in helicopters. We take them out. Put this on the tank and come running.
So once you get to this area, she went up that ladder. You're going to have to go around because you have the Cinder Block in your hand. I like to put the Cinder Block on this colored carpet right here just so I know exactly where it is, because this is where you're tasked with putting some C4 on the helicopters. And once you finish that and you come back, you say, okay, there's my Cinder Block sitting on the carpet. Now you're going to follow Farah and detonate the charges that you placed on the helicopter. Again, so that section of this mission, you're going to drop that Cinder Block and go do everything that you need to do to get to this point. And once you detonate those charges, you know that this is your Cinder Block because you put it on this carpet. Because again, there are other Cinder Blocks in this area that you could pick up. So place it. You don't have to put it there, but just place it somewhere where you know it's going to be. And you're going to again wait here for a little bit until she instructs you to jump down. And again, in this section, we're simply going to be following Farah for quite some time. So again, we'll speed this up. Just keep it in your hand. Don't drop it until you get to the area where all the dead bodies are. And that's the point where we're going to get the Play Dead achievement. So you can do both of those in this single run. So again, now Farah, you don't have to follow her up here. She'll just throw her bomb and run back. So you can just kind of stay back. It makes it easier to run because you are going to be a little bit slower with the Cinder Block in your hand. But again, just follow Farah through this section. You should have already, done this and had some experience with it. But eventually you're going to get to the area where there's a bunch of dead bodies in the field, and Farah basically instructs you to drop down and just lay there. So I'm going to drop my Cinder Block, but this time we're just going to kill all the enemies. On Veteran, you're definitely going to want to just lay down and let these guys walk by you and play dead. But for the Play Dead achievement, we actually need to kill all of the Russian soldiers that come out of this doorway, which is very, very easy on Recruit. So that's a super easy achievement. So as long as you kill all of them, you'll get the Play Dead achievement. And now don't forget to grab that Cinder Block. And now all we have to do is essentially run to the end of the mission. And this is actually where some people, they say they do it. They're like, oh, I beat the whole mission with the Cinder Block, but I didn't get get the achievement, and this is why. So you're going to follow Farah all the way to this final room where, you know, you go here and you find out that Tarek's died, and you're going to make your way to the tunnels to the next mission, okay? And you're going to follow her through this doorway. Do not drop the cinder block. Do not jump down the hole. Press X on the ladder with the cinder block in your hand. So you see I did that. You will automatically drop the cinder block, and as soon as you drop it and grab the ladder, you'll unlock the companion block achievement. So I hope you guys found that helpful. A little bit longer than the first two videos because I wanted to show the whole playthrough with the cinder block in hand, but that's it for Embedded. So hopefully I'll see you in Mission 4.